So all eyes will be on the Flamingos of Nigeria tonight as they're set to play against France under 17 women's team in the ongoing FIFA World Cup under 17 category. And this match is so important that we have to win this game. There's no room for mistakes. I don't care what happened in the first game. We were beaten badly by the Canada women's team. 4 goals to one was the final score in a match that I felt that, I mean, we could have done better because I didn't really think Canada was bigger than us or that they played better. We just lost our heads in the game, especially in the second half. But today presents the girls with the opportunity to put themselves back into the mix, for a possibility to qualify from their group. It's going to be very difficult. France is also good, whether it's the women or men's category. We know that France is a footballing nation, and anytime you're playing them, in any age grade, you know that you're expecting a big fight. So, but that's what's happening now. But coming from the camp of the Flamengo team, there's been some high spirits, some good uh, motivation that has been going on right now. Even there's some coming from the NFF right now who are backing the girls, telling them to play for pride, play for integrity, play for dignity of the country, that they are representing something bigger than just themselves, the players, but uh, 200 plus million Nigerians back home who are cheering them to go on and get the result. So that's what's happening right now. Just to give you a little bit of antecedent concerning this fixture, Nigeria under 17 women's team versus France under 17 women's team. The last time that we played a game was in this same tournament was 13 years ago in Azerbaijan, and that game was a very very difficult game. It ended 0-0 in regular time, but then after penalties, we lost by 5 goals to 3 to the France side. So, I mean, this just shows you what to expect from this match. It's definitely not going to be a walk in the park for the girls. But, I mean, coming into the competition, they expected that it was going to be a competition that demands the best from them, demands that pushes them to the edge and then demands the best performance. So, we'll be rooting for them tonight and hope that they can get us the result because it's really dicey. Losing your first game in a competition such as this World Cup is always very risky. But again, it's not over. We have to begin the game strongly today. Try to convert our chances, and also be very very aggressive. Be very organized in the back. No mistakes. Try to keep a clean sheet, and who knows, we might actually get a result. So if you want to watch it, if you have time for it, 8 p.m. is the time, and FIFA will be streaming it live and for free on their FIFA Plus app. Or you could also just type FIFA Plus on Google. It will take you straight to their website where you can watch it for free. But let's move on, guys, and talk about the Super Falcons of Nigeria. It's also a very important week for them. Remember, they are preparing for the Nations Cup, and they actually have the qualifiers slated on the 24th, which is next tomorrow. So the girls are already in camp. I shared that before. We had like 8 players who were part of the earliest people that came on board, but we've had a couple of players join into the camp as well. For example, the likes of Esther Okoronkwo and Aloze. They are some of the new inclusions into the camp of the Super Falcons. So the camp is getting really big. The size is growing, and then training is making more sense. They've completed as at yesterday, they completed one really good training session. So today, I also expect that they would have done some more trainings, you know, under their legs. But just to give you a reaction coming from the opposition's camp, which is the Benin Republic women's team, their coach has come out to react to the match against Nigeria next tomorrow, which is going to be on their home soil. Technically, it's not Benin Republic; it's in Togo because Benin don't have a stadium that CAF recognizes as a standard. So they are using stadium, they are renting stadiums from other countries. So this coach who goes by the name Ozeru has come out to be, I would say, modest about his reaction and what he thinks about the Super Falcons of Nigeria Of course, he's full of praise for the girls, recognizing them as a quality squad, a team that has history. We've won it all, won the Nations Cup, the record time, more than any other nations. And of course, the team is still strong. He has quality, he has physique, and Ozeru feels that his team cannot match the Super Falcons in terms of the quality, in terms of the physicality, or anything, or by any standard that you want to compare. But he says the only thing that they have that they are going to use and try to exploit us is the mentality that they have. He says they have a very strong mentality. They believe in themselves. They believe that even though they are going up against, a very uh, almost perfect Super Falcons side in terms of quality, physique, and everything, and history, that they believe in themselves. They know that they can actually get the results, and that's what they are going to try and do, uh, you know, next tomorrow. This is his word. He said, "We are going to count on our hearts. If you're physically and technically inferior, you must compensate mentally. And mentally, we are ready. We will rely heavily on that spirit. There's no comparison, whether it's physically and technically. We know that we are not crazy, but mentally, I believe we can make up for those differences." So that's what Ozeru, the coach of the Benin women's team, has come out to say. And I have to say, uh, he's actually a very honest man, and also very modest with his statement. And these kinds of coaches are the coaches that you have to be very careful with. They don't talk too much on to the media. They don't cause drama. They don't shout, but they always have something up their sleeve. I think he's just trying to play some mind games here, to maybe catch us off guard and have us being relaxed or complacent and thinking that it's going to be an easy game. But we know that that's not going to be an easy game anytime, any day. But we'll see what happens, guys. Of course, guys, of course, the match is next tomorrow, so there's still a little bit of time for more trainings to get under the legs before these girls line up for the match. But moving away from that, guys, there are some good news. We have a number of Super Eagles players who have now made the list of nominees for CAF award this year. The likes of Victor Osimhen gets back into the list for the potential or for the possibility of becoming African Best Player of the Year. Of course, he won it before 2 years ago, and then Ademola Lookman won it the next year, and he's still the current African best, pending when these new nominees, one of these new nominees will be selected to get the award. But as it looks now, he's vying for that award with some really good players who obviously did very well for their clubs and countries. This past year, we'll talk about the likes of Mosala, Hakimi, Guresai. We know what these guys have been doing. Guresai had been really impressive for Borussia Dortmund and for his country. Hakimi, who for me I feel like is the man that's going to pick up this award because of what he did with Morocco, with PSG, won the Champions League, won the league, won every. The only trophy that he didn't win in terms of club football was the FIFA Club World Cup that Chelsea beat them to it. But as far as every other thing, he was up front. He was not just a defender; he was scoring goals. Making impact with the team, influencing matches, winning games for Enrique and also for his national team, Morocco. Salah did well as well, but I think he kind of slowed down a little towards the end of last season. So that really affected him. They lost, a couple of important games, didn't win the Champions League, they won the Premier League. He did something, he did, incredible with his nation, but at the end of the day, I feel like Hakimi is going to be the man that will cook this award. But it's just good to see Victor Osimhen being recognized again to be on the list. And then for the goalkeeping area, Stanley Nwabali, the man who we have been complaining about, his new attitude that he picked up, but he's also been mentioned, in the category of the best goalkeeper, best African goalkeeper. So it's really good one as well for him. Congratulations to the man. So the date for the award has not really circulated very much because I've not seen it yet. But I'll definitely update it here if it comes out. But it's just so good to see that we have a couple of our players who are vying for these very prestigious awards, for Africa.